Good evening. It's Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween from those of us at We Don't Spit.
We swallow.
So, what are we drinking tonight before we go out for our costume?
We're drinking Beach
Fun.
House. It's from South Africa. It's a sauvignon blanc.
As you can see, we're Alice in Wonderland and the Mad Hatter.
And we're going to go out. But first, we have to drink a bottle of wine.
We've got work to do.
So this is a sauvignon blanc from South Africa. It's a 2009. What did it cost?
9 something.
Under $10.
Under $10, as usual.
We always promise. So here we are. What does Alice in Wonderland and the Mad Hatter think?
Once again, South Africa. I wasn't actually looking specifically for South Africa that time, but I saw something new in our liquor store that I usually see. So
South Africa does pretty good with their wines, so not opposed at all. Almost a musty smell.
I was just gonna say it smells like old wine.
It's musty and
very basement celery. Oops,
Yes.
not celery the vegetable. Cellar-ish. Smells like it's been in a cellar.
Yes. However, it's a 2009, so it hasn't been cellared that long. The musty odor carries over to the flavor.
I was just gonna say it made it go away.
Really? I found that it carried over a bit, the aroma of it, but I like it. I like that it tastes kind of old, even though it's relatively new. It is a 2009.
Is old wine supposed to taste old?
I don't know.
If any of you know if old wine is supposed to taste old, please.
Old wine that hasn't been sealed properly might taste like vinegar. This certainly doesn't taste like vinegar.
If there's any more experienced wine drinkers out there, by experienced I mean experienced in drinking old wine, please message us and tell us, because I'd be curious to know.
I'd be curious
if old wine has this old-ish sense to it, because if someone said to me, guess when this wine was made, I'd be like, I think it was old.
Yeah.
I think it was, well, certainly not 2009.
And it is a 2009, so it's not that old, really. However, it's sharp. You know what I mean? It's like...
It's not bad. It's not awful tasting, but...
No. Actually, I kind of like it. I like, that musty smell carried over for me into the taste of it, and I kind of like that about it. Or it could be maybe kind of oaky. Woodsy or oaky kind of flavor to it.
That might be a more appropriate way to say it than musky.
Yeah. When I say musky, I mean it in the nicest sense. But it's a sharp kind of tasting wine. It's you know what I mean? It's not smooth and kind of, it's sharper. I would liken it to like an old cheddar being sharper than a mild cheddar. This is it's a sharper taste, but yet it's not old.
Good analogy. How would you rate it?
I like it because it does have bottom end. It's full of it's got depth to it. It's got a lot of bottom end.
I'm going to give it a 3.5 because of what you just said. It's got some depth, and for a white, I really appreciate that in a white wine.
It's very round. It's like it's a full flavored white wine. Almost like I could almost swear I was drinking a red wine if it wasn't for being white.
In fact, I think I could bump that up to a 4 because it's pretty good.
I like it.
Good.
I like it. It's unique in its flavor, and because it's unique, I'm going to definitely go with 4. I'm almost leaning toward a 4.5 because it's a very unique kind of flavor to it. It's not as smooth as some other whites that we've tried. It's
a little scratchy.
But I kind of like that. I like getting that.
It's hardcore.
It's hardcore wine. Yeah, you got to be hardcore to drink.
It's a hardcore white wine.
Yeah, and I like that because, as I've stated in previous episodes, I am partial to red wines because I like that more bottom end to it, and white wines tend to be more. Now I'm losing the word, but you know what I mean.
Weak.
Yeah.
Weaker.
Yeah, more subtle, mild.
This is by no means a weak white.
This is not a weak white. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm getting a full-bodied, full-flavored wine with a lot of bottom end to it.
I'm going to give it a 4. You know what? I even a 4 I think is... but what do I have to say bad about it other than that? Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4.
4 to 5.
I'm giving it a 4.5 because I like the punch that it puts out. And yeah, that's my final answer.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!